With the latest live letter, we got to see some of the job updates. But let's face it, there is a lot of jobs in this game, and if I try to put them all in one video, it's gonna be really long. So instead, I am just splitting the jobs into the roles, just like they did in the live letter. So in this video, we will be talking about the tanks. Make note they did not go into details on every change of every job in this video. Instead, they focused on the key points. And apparently the theme this time around is streamlining, as they have then the goal to enhance individuality around 8.0. So let's take a look at the changes. First of all are changes made to all tanks. The Rampart and the job exclusive 30% damage reduction ability will be upgraded in the level 90s range. They will also be adding additional effects unique to each of the tanking jobs, but they did not specify what they look like or what they're like in this live letter. They're also updating Reprisal by increasing its duration to 15 seconds, somewhere around the 90s level range. But those were the role actions, so let's look at the unique jobs. First is the Paladin. So the second and third execution of Atonement have been changed to new actions with separate animations. The actions will be changing automatically on the hotbar. You will still be pressing the same action even though the names and animations will change. The Paladin is also getting a new action that can be executed after Blade of Valor. And finally, in order to execute Goring Blade, you will have to have Fight or Flight executed first. Next is the Warrior. You will be getting a new action which can be executed after 3 executions of Hellcleave or Decimate while inner release is active. You are also getting a new action that can be executed after Primal Rend. And they are updating the effects and animation of Inner Chaos. For Dark Knight, they will be reducing the number of inputs during burst damage. So for example, Blood Weapon will upgrade into Delirium, and the effect of Blood Weapon will be added to Delirium. This is meant to streamline and clean up some of the busyness that happens during the burst phase, at least for 7.0. They are also adding an action that can be executed. After Living Shadow. And apparently they will also be making some adjustment to the Living Shadow itself. And finally, the Gunbreaker. You are getting a new action that can be executed after Fated Circle. You're also getting a new 3-step combo that can be executed after Bloodfest. This one seems not to have any cartridge cost. They are also making changes to Sonic Break when activating No Mercy, which apparently will make you ready to break. Sadly, I don't play the Gunbreaker enough to fully understand these things. And those were the tanking jobs. As I simply don't play tank enough to be able to give you a good opinion on these changes, I would actually love to hear from you guys who love tanking. Tell me, what do you think about these updates? Are there something you're excited for, or is there something that sounds disappointing? Let's talk about it down in the comments, and while you're down there, throw me a commentation by liking and subscribing. And in the end, all I want to say is tack för att horva och the indisland dag.